He loves atmosphere a lot. Mistake about that. But David, Joseph, wherever he entered, he changed the atmosphere. He was not dependent on the atmosphere. When he enters, no matter the atmosphere, then when he comes in, the atmosphere responds to him. Glory be to God. God will take you to that level in the name of Jesus. While in the prison, he prospered. Look at verse 19. Verse 19 to 23. When his master, that's Potiphar, had the story his wife told him, saying, "This is how your slave treated me," he burned with anger. Joseph's master took him and put him in prison, the place where the king's prisoners were confined. You know, I was reading a commentary on this and I laughed. I said, even in prison, they had to choose a special prison for him. There were common prisons and there are king's prison where the officials of the kings are kept. That's where they took Joseph to. Is somebody following me? Because God was with him, working out some things on his behalf. God wanted him to go to the place where he will meet people that are from the palace. God was orchestrating his blessing upon his life. Nothing was by accident. Joseph never understood what was happening, but God has orchestrated everything and planned it to align with his will. He was taken to the place where the officials of the king, Pharaoh, are held. Glory be to God. And the king's prisoners, the place where the king's prisoners were confined. But while Joseph was there in the prison, while Isaac was in the land of famine, he was prospering. When Joseph was in the house of slavery, he prospered. When he entered the prison, he prospered. They took away his garment and made him a prisoner, but they could not take away the presence of God with him. Potiphar's wife took away his garment, but he could not take away the fear of God in him. He said, how can I commit this sin against God? The fear of God and the presence of God. And they took him to the prison. But while Joseph was there in the prison, verse 21, the Lord was with him. He showed him kindness and granted him favor. Where? In the eyes of the prison warden. So the warden put Joseph in charge of all those held in the prison. So even inside the prison, Joseph was fruitful. He was not ordinary. He had privileges that are not accessible to other prisoners. He became the head. Glory be to God. Wherever the Lord will place you or you will find yourself in, may the Lord make you the leader. May the Lord make you the head. In the name of Jesus. So the warden put Joseph in charge of all those held in the prison, and he was made responsible for all that was done there. The warden paid no attention to anything under Joseph's care because the Lord was with Joseph and gave him success in whatever he did. So even the wardens could see it. The Lord. See the continuous repetition of that word. The Lord was with him. The Lord was with him. The Lord was with him and gave him success and granted him favor. That's what makes a man to be fruitful. That's what makes a man to be successful. That's what makes a man to succeed in life. It is not the other way around. Now I've seen people that are pursuing all kinds and manners of degrees. They are pursuing and pursuing. Oh, glory be to God. I lost an uncle some time ago. And when he was being buried, I saw all manner and kinds of degrees. And it just suddenly dawned to me that these degrees are of nothing. It's not even transferable. And the man was still seeking success until he died. Because his idea of success was just getting to his dream. Thank God for dreams. But hear me, friend, when you secure God's presence and you live in his fear, in his acknowledgement, even the heavens is not enough height for you. Because God himself, he said, he will order their steps. He will guide them in the right path. And there are things that God has ordained for you that you will never get to until you release yourself to him. That you will never get to on your own, no matter how hard you try. Glory be to God. Okay, let me run. I know that today many people are having meetings. Let me run. Now, glory be to God. Joseph once made the mistake of relying on man, but he was roundly disappointed. And I said, vain is the help of man. Man can fail you, but God can never fail you. The Bible said that he prospered while in the prison. He succeeded. But at the height of his success in the prison, he was still a prisoner. Are we together? He was still a prisoner. And for once, Joseph wanted to help himself. Inside of him, he felt justified. He has done no wrong. Why should he be in prison? And the two servants of Pharaoh had dreams. Joseph interpreted it for them. And he told the man that serves Pharaoh, he says, please, when you come out of this jail, remember me. For I have done no wrong, and I do not deserve to be here. So you could see that inside of Joseph, he has been broken. The prison wall has broken him. Even though he knew that God was with him, but he knew that this is not all that he ought to obtain in life. He knows that his fruitfulness is beyond what he is experiencing in the prison. All his process, all his prosperity, his successes in the prison, we are still within the confines of the prison. He needed to come out, to blossom, to go into the fullness of what God has ordained for him. And in his heart, he was feeling bad. He called this man, confided in him. I have done no wrong. Since I have helped you to interpret your dream, when you get to Pharaoh, please remember me. Do not forget me. I don't want to stay here anymore. But do you know that man came out and the Bible said he forgot Joseph. That's the arm of flesh. And sometimes we begrudge people. We feel that we helped in life, and now that we are down, they are not helping us. And instead of our channeling our energy to God, we are holding them down. When we see them, we are angry. When we see, you see, sometimes God can make man forget you because he wants to take glory over your life. The Bible said, Joseph, having interpreted that dream, and thinking that this man that he has shown favor in the prison will just go to Pharaoh and speak kindly concerning him, and Pharaoh will release him. The Bible said the man forgot him, and Joseph stayed extra 2 years in prison. And it took this same God another dream for Pharaoh to remember Joseph. Is somebody following me? Tell somebody, your destiny is not tied to any man. No matter how close he is, man can fail you. The man, when he came, he said, God forgive me, I have done wrong. So you can see that it was not in his mind to forget Joseph. But he forgot him all the same. That's why he is man. That's why he is man. Arm of flesh will always fail. Do not put your confidence in man. Say, I have no man. That's why I cannot enter. I don't have connection. All those people that are making it is because they have one big uncle. They have one big auntie. If only I have an auntie. Joseph was a slave in a foreign land. No auntie, no father, no mother, no uncle, no cousin, no relation. He came into Egypt at the age of 17 years, a teenager. And within 13 years, Joseph became a prime minister in Egypt. A post that was not before him in existence. At the age of 30 years, he became the prime minister. Just 13 years. Who does that kind of miracle? It's God. It's what the presence of God in a man's life can do. It's what the fear of God in a man's life can do. So our help is of the Lord. When you are talking about fruitfulness, do not lose sight of God. While as prime minister in Pharaoh's court, because of time I will not read, Joseph also prospered to the extent that Pharaoh left everything in his custody. He was ab initio the ruler of Egypt. Pharaoh became, how do they say it? President that is without power per se. Glory be to God. You know, when the British ruled Nigeria, they had a president and a prime minister. It used to be governor general. Then you have a prime minister. When they handed over, they had a president and a prime minister. Nnamdi Azikiwe was the president.